dude, some days you just get sick of it. You're like, I have nobody to come home to. I have nobody to make plans with ever. I have nobody's freaking family to spend time with. Like,
yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women being put back in their place. Do not forget to drop a comment, make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's jump into it.
Okay, this might be a weird thing for me, but I feel like being called high maintenance equals being called hot. Like when I hear, like if there's two people talking about something, they're like, this person's low maintenance and this person's high maintenance. I would automatically in my mind think that the high maintenance person is attractive and the low maintenance person isn't attractive.
High maintenance has never been, and it will never be, a compliment for women like this.
And I need to know, am I valid for this thought? Or is that just like something that people would consider like completely separate to that person's physical appearance? Because I just assume you're high maintenance, you're attractive. I think of like a level of attractiveness to that kind of thing and nothing else. Even though technically it's not representative of that, but that's how I picture it. Am I wrong? Tell me.
She's absolutely wrong. High maintenance means she's too much work for something that simply isn't worth it.
dude, being single is freaking sucky and it's freaking hard. Like, everybody's like, oh, but you're so young, and it's like, yeah, I know I have time, whatever, but it's like, dude, some days you just get sick of it. You're like, I have nobody to come home to, I have nobody to make plans with ever, I have nobody's freaking family to spend time with. Like, it's just freaking sucky. And then
she doesn't have nearly as much time as she thinks that she actually does, and her attitude just makes it so much worse.
I don't know, you guys, like, honestly, most days I'm chill, I'm okay with like being single, but like some days you just get so sick of it and you just feel so alone, and you're like, literally, where is this person that I'm supposed to spend like all of eternity with? Like, where are they? And it just gets hard, and you're like, are they even coming? Like, genuinely, I don't know. And sometimes there's just no hope, and
that is her problem. She's waiting for a movie fantasy to just magically enter into her life.
yeah, you know, just check on your single friends, because we're holding it together, and some people genuinely are like so happy being single they don't even think about being with anybody else, and that is totally fine. I wish I was like that, and I don't think about my singleness every second of the day, but some days it's just so freaking hard to keep it together and act like I don't want that, because I want it so bad. So yeah, anyway.
Her friends aren't checking in on her because they are too busy with their own relationships, I would guess.
By now, I'm sure we are all familiar with this male loneliness epidemic. And let me just tell you, my personal opinion on this is that men can never be lonely enough. But there also have been a couple things that have happened recently where I'm like, you know what? Maybe you guys are getting lonely. So there was this guy that I went on a couple of dates with, and then, I don't know, told him I wasn't interested, and I saw him recently, and he was like, hey, by the way, I unfollowed you on Instagram. And I looked at him, I was like, no, you didn't. And he was like, yeah, I did. As soon as you said that you weren't interested, I immediately unfollowed you on Instagram. And
that's not him being lonely, that's him having self-respect and not wanting to actually bother with her.
I was like, you literally are like the first person to look at all of my stories. Like, you definitely still follow me on Instagram. You literally liked my selfie yesterday. Obviously, he was like embarrassed, and he's like, yeah, because like you still pop up in my DMs. So I'm like, well, I don't DM you. So I saw this morning that he had viewed my Instagram story, so I messaged him and I was like, being in the top 10 views, first views, and no follow back is crazy. And he goes, just finished my coffee, had to get my morning creep session in. Like, I can't with you guys, okay?
It sounds like she's the one who's stalking him on Instagram, but somehow he's the lonely one.
No, males are not choosing, but
Oh, yes, they are.
I do find it hilarious how they are all like, yeah, we're done with women. That's why we're all single, because we chose to be done with women.
You know, if someone tells you something often enough, maybe you should start believing them, because, yeah, a lot of men are just completely done with dating.
You guys didn't choose that. You know you didn't choose that.
Oh, but they did.
Men, to a large degree, do control access to relationships, especially things like marriage. Therefore, men get to choose to be single, not women.
What exactly is so hard to believe about that?
You know that right now women are becoming really picky and not choosing men that all they do is bring a paycheck.
Like I said before, there's a lot of women that are very upset that a lot of guys are actually choosing to be single because they want all of the power for themselves and to be able to dictate who they date. It is incomprehensible to some that guys actually can choose who to date.
Although there are still women out there who will accept that. And I suggest you go find them and leave us alone.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Because it's almost like personality types similar to...
If it's the choice between being single and a smug woman who rants like this, the choice is very damn clear.
Lack of a man slowly deteriorates a woman. Tune in. I'm gonna need y'all to keep up with me on this one. The whole I'm independent woman movement, the whole I don't need a man, it's a bunch of crap and a bunch of BS. Socially, women cannot survive on their own. I have seen this first-hand account with my friends that I know, people that I know.
The women who quote-unquote survive on their own are the same ones asking, where are the good men at?
But this especially affects older women. It affects all women, but especially older women. The longer a woman is without a man, the more insane she's gonna go. And the thing is, the woman might not even notice it. She might not even notice it. But the signs that she's slowly deteriorating is when she's been alone for so long, is independent and haven't been with a man in so long, she starts going crazy. She starts having attitudes. Then when she does finally go on a date with a man, she does have that attitude or that guard up, or she starts acting crazy. She starts tripping for no reason. I'm telling you, lack of a man will slowly deteriorate a woman. Y'all can come fight me in these comments, but it's a fact.
We've been witnessing the modern woman's slow descent into pure madness for quite some time at this point.
What I'm trying to get at here is like, each of you, when we talk about which choice you'd make, like the career or the babies, we've asked this before and I'll let you keep going around, but usually it ends up being, well, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And if humanity dies, it dies. But men don't ever even really get that choice. Men don't ever even contemplate that. Men are like, well, the world needs to be built. You know, men don't get value just from being cute. Like,
it's unfortunate how a lot of men work hard every single damn day and then they come home and get nothing in return but scorn in return for the effort.
You guys could do nothing. You could just sit there and every word that comes out of your mouth can be absolutely R-worded, and you can be total airheads and be totally good for nothing. And as long as you're cute, some man is going to love you and pay your bills and give you whatever you want and do whatever he needs to do to make you happy. Men don't have that. Men have to provide value or nobody gives a shit about them. And even when they do provide value, people still don't give a shit about them.
Even if a man gives it his all every day, there are far too many women who still say that's not enough. You know, they cheat or they try and take his resources or whatever the case may be.
I put makeup on just for this date, so it better go well. And I'm not posting this probably if it doesn't. It did not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up, he gave me a hug and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside. He said, "Actually, can you step outside for a minute?" I stepped back outside and he said, "I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it." So I walked to my car, came back home. Dating when you're fat sucks.
You gotta love how they always say things like, oh, I probably won't post this. And then they, seconds later, they just decide to post it anyway.
So yesterday, I made a video in which I put out my theory that the majority, or at least most men that are single, are not as lonely as a lot of individuals out there would like us to believe. In fact, from the majority of the comments from men, most men have actually found it rather peaceful being single. And this seemed to upset some individuals, and by some I mean some women, some of whom left some very disparaging comments in regards to what they thought of me.
Women like that hate the idea of men actually finding peace, so what they do is they just lash out as if that will solve anything at all.
But it doesn't matter what they think of me. What I want to know is, why would some women get upset that men are more happy single than they were in relationships? Because I think we all know that sometimes it's worse to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't appreciate you than to be single and be by yourself. where you don't have to worry about impressing anyone or worrying about what they're doing. So why would some be upset about what the guys were saying?
They want men to be as lonely as they are, and men are refusing to give them what they want.
Fucking come to.
What has it come to?
If I pull up to your house to make a delivery and you have like a fucking like Blue Lives Matter flag, any of that stupid fucking like Let's Go Brandon shit, like signs about like shooting trespassers, like even like one too many American flags, like your shit is getting left at the end of the driveway. Like, I don't fucking care if it's ice cream.
Just imagine the amount of self-righteousness that a person would actually have to have in order to be able to justify treating other people in such a way just because they don't agree with their opinions.
What she's describing is an excellent way to get fired over a political disagreement.
I am not coming within 10 feet of your home. I am not getting shot by some like Fox News addled conservative who fucking is just waiting at the door with a rifle. Like, it's not happening.
I really wonder if they could have fit in any more generalizations into that statement.
You have been marked unsafe. Like, this is what it has come to with you people. Like, you are marked unsafe. I'm not fucking coming to your house. It's not happening.
After hearing all that, if one does not feel safe around individuals that support blue lives, value the sanctity of their own property, and support the United States by displaying the American flag, where exactly does one feel safe? The possibilities.
She is so angry at people who disagree with her, but somehow it's the world that is dangerous. Make it make sense.
Nothing makes a woman more angry than seeing a man happy. Okay, especially happy with your own personal life. If you're around a woman or if you're dating a woman and she sees you're genuinely happy, she's sitting there going, wow, look how nice of a guy this guy is, going on in his own life, going about his own time, going about his own terms, liking what he's doing, in a state of peace. Oh yeah, watch her try to add some confusion and some complexity. Watch her try to just find things to say and find things to do to make you do more for absolutely no reason.
The vindictive nature of some of these women is just unbelievable. No wonder why men are done.
Watch how angry she gets and watch how frustrated she gets just seeing you at ease and at peace. If you like watching that sports game on TV, watch her make comments about it, how it's a waste of time. If you like playing video games, watch her say what a waste of time it is. If you do something productive and you like to go work out, watch her tell you that all you do is sit in the gym, and if you're pretty good at making money, watch her tell you how boring you are because all you do is work. No matter what, you will not be able to win because their natural nature is to deceive you.
It's impossible for women like that to ever be happy with anything. It is quite literally all about the drama, and they will manufacture it if they have to.
I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody. I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that.
Even when her husband does everything right, she still wants to destroy him and their family.
He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. That is the reason why I have not left. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old, I'm a mom of 3.
That's the excuse an ex-wife gives when she wants to try and find a better man.
And I still don't know who I am. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself or you don't love me for who I am isn't really fair because I don't know who I am. I'm figuring that out every day.
If you ask a woman what she means by that, she'll never actually typically be able to give you a straight answer at all.
Curious what your top 3 favorite countries are. Let me start here.
Aruba. Hawaii, I guess. It's
Okay,
not
Hawaii.
really a country.
Aruba, Hawaii.
The levels of basic intelligence these women are lacking is nothing short of terrifying to me.
Why are men so intimidated by the idea of coming home to a independent woman?
We're not intimidated. It's
I
a
would
headache.
think that an independent woman, like independence is an attractive quality.
No.
How would you define independence?
I mean, in simple terms, a woman who doesn't need a man but wants a man and wants to be also. I mean, I can provide in my own ways, and the man will provide in his own ways. However that dynamic works, it'll work.
Okay, so
independent just means being an adult in Western society. It's really not intimidating at all.
You said a woman who doesn't need a man but wants a man.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean by, like, I'm trying to understand, what do you mean by not?
I mean, I'm not a child. I don't need a parent. You know, I want to be in a partnership. I want somebody who will, if I'm younger than him, for example, I want him to strive to raise me to his level. Just like I feel like a top tier men are drawn to people who they want to be their peers eventually. They like lifting people up, and I think that in a relationship it should be the same.
The types of men that she's talking about do not actually exist. Those men want good women, not projects that they have to fix up.
Well, I think for me, I think you're viewing it like as a woman. I think it's hard to view it as a man. I think it's a reality thing because there's certain things that you value that men wouldn't value. So for example, if let's say you made $200,000 a year, right? And your man made $50,000 a year, you would eventually want him to get there. Is that fair to say, ladies?
Absolutely.
And if he was lazy and he didn't want to get there, he wanted to stay at 50,000, would that be a turnoff? If he didn't want to get better?
If she's making $200K a year, she wants a man who makes $500K. Anything less is going to be unattractive to her. She's essentially screwed herself here.
It's not about laziness. Here's another example. If I wanted to study something and I knew that I wouldn't be able to work for the next 8 years, medical school, for example, then if my man is willing to support me, I want him to eventually be happy with my success.
Yeah. So let me finish my example, and I want to answer your question. So the point is that you guys want a man to get on your level. So guys, if a woman was making $50,000 and you're making $200,000, do you want her to make $200,000? Is that a priority for you guys?
No, not a priority.
Men would never see that as a priority. That's something that modern women just assume is a priority. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.